Dawuni, thrice Grammy-nominated Ghanaian musician. I mean, singer-songwriter, performer, ambassador for the environment issues. And then Checheku, who's just a great singer and guitarist. I actually saw Checheku last week at Alliance Française at the International Amu Fest. And I saw Rocky just 2 days ago. So they've come together for Africa Till I Die. That's a nice blend of high life and reggae coming together in great African music. Check it out. It's everywhere, all right? Brand new. And you heard it right here on hashtag GTV Breakfast. I'm asking you a couple of questions right now. Have you wondered how some people manage to gain access to your documents from your computer or your mobile phone without your consent? And you know there's a software that can be installed on your mobile device or computer to steal your documents or data? On our tech segment today, we have David Jadu of DK Cybersecurity, who will take us through the malware issues that can be used to steal your documents or your data from your computer or your phone. David, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Calv.
Africa Till I Die.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I love you.
You like the vibe, eh?
Yeah, the vibe is solid.
It be so. Talk to us about malware. What exactly is that?
All right, thank you. Good morning to our viewers. So we're looking at malware. Malware are software designed to affect computers or let's say technological devices like mobile phones and computers. So they are malicious softwares, and these are designed by our developers or sometimes the hackers to either steal or gain access remotely to a device, either a computer or a mobile phone. So as you rightly said, today a lot of people get access. They get access to our mobile devices, our computers through these malwares. And malware is a big family where it has an individual other viruses in there. So we have the worm, we have the virus, we have the spy app, we have the ransomware, we have the adware, all included in the malware family. And we say that malware has been one of the infectious or malicious program that has affected a lot of people. Something happened on the May of 2017 where the whole world were affected. Most gadgets, including even UK government hospital, was affected with what we call WannaCry virus under malware, and its duty was set to encrypt your files. So like GBC this morning, all your files on your system will be encrypted. And before you would access your own files or documents, these hackers are demanding of a ransom.
So that's a ransomware.
A ransomware.
One of the family members of malware.
Of malware.
Okay.
So a ransomware.
So ransomware.
And they were, I think then they were demanding for 0.02 BTC. And you know, even if you have 0.001 BTC, you know the equivalence.
It's Bitcoin.
It's a Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, because yes, they want a platform, anonymous platform where they cannot be tracked. So yes, before you can access your own files, they pay or they demand you to send them a BTC. So
do people pay?
Yeah, a lot of people pay because yes, if you're a government organization and you deal with record or data, just imagine this morning that if Ghana, our health service, they have issues and all their files has been encrypted, whatever they have to do to get it back, they have to do and get it back.
You mentioned a whole list of family members
Yes.
and the malware. You've spoken a little bit about ransomware.
Where?
And what are the other ones?
So yes, we have the virus. You know, virus are self-replicating program. So that's very common among us. Oh, my computer name a virus and I need an antivirus. So you see, when we talk about virus, they are self-replicating malicious program, and you can, with 2 lines of code, you can develop a virus. And normally when you develop virus, they are set to do something specific for you. So people can create a virus, and the virus, its duty is to just go into the machines and go to the document and delete maybe all .pdf files, right? So those are virus, and normally virus cause a lot of things to the computer. So we have viruses, we have the Trojan horses, and we have the worms. Those are also infectious programs that really affect people. But today, one of the ones that are very common I want to talk about is the spy app or the spyware. So we talk about the spyware. So when you look at the spyware, what it does is it spies on your device. So this morning you've been going to Play Store, App Store to download apps. Possibly your intentions are to just get those apps to do a particular thing for you on your device. But unfortunately, this device you've downloaded is rather going to spy on your device. And the critical examples has been these online instant loan apps that the last time we spoke about. They are said to give you loans, but at the long run, it's not just the loan that is its duty, but it's also spying on your device, taking other information out of your device to someone outside. So spy apps are becoming very, very common today, and it's affecting a lot of people. And we have what we call the adwares. You know, the adware, you live on the social media, on the internet, where you see adwares or pop-ups coming out from the web, you know, and sometimes you be on Google and you're trying to research about, let me find out who is Carrefour Day, and you just have an adware pop-up that comes on your phone, and you just click it, and it redirects you to some unsafe platform that you download these malwares onto your devices. And one also that today is causing a lot of people is what we call the rootkit. And this is very, very dangerous. So we have what we call the Android rootkit. And the Android rootkit, what it does is when someone's sending, or you have it on your device, is basically give them a remote access. And when you say someone has a remote access of your device, that means that whatever I do on my device now, someone sitting somewhere can remotely access it. So guess what? All your bank details, all your private confidential information, they have it. Yeah, so those are some of the things. So the Android rootkit, it has become a malware that is very high sophisticated. And when you are not fortunate and they use such on you, and I've worked on an instance or a case where it was an Android rootkit use involved, and if you study the behavior of that malware was taking even their Gmail credentials to the third party. It backs up all their data on their device to the hackers platform. So those are some of the things that we have to check today. You know, those things are very, and people don't have much knowledge about it. So anything this is fine. You see, there are some symptoms that you would find out that no, I'm going to this spyware, or I'm going to this kind of attack at this time.
Okay, so before we find out how we can protect ourselves, so I'm reminded of a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. He says, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Yes.
Does that apply here? I mean, is it us? Are we allowing people access by clicking on things we should not be clicking on?
Exactly. So you see, they hacked us because we allow them access. That's what he said. And it's not as if they know about it and they have just allowed it. Sometimes they don't know. So like you downloading an app and say this app is supposed to give me a photo and editing enhancing features. Like I've just downloaded an app from Play Store and it's supposed to give me some to enhance my picture. But you know, when I was installing the app, I did not take my time to check what the permission this app was going to do on my phone. So if you look at a critical example I stated here, it's because it's very common, that's why I'm citing that as an example. If you have downloaded these online instant loan apps before, when you are installing it on your device, it's just a loan app. But these are taking your contact. They are having access to your media or your document. And if you have access to your media or document, that means that all your pictures you take, all the files you saved on your device. Today, for me, I do everything on this phone. So all the things I do on this phone is out there. For
so
someone,
loan apps are actually taking more information.
Yes, more information from us
need.
than we think of. Because if this morning you yourself, you try to download and install it, just take your time. It will take you like 10, 20 minutes. Read through all the permissions you are giving out. You know, one behavior of us today is that we just do allow, then install the app. We don't read about the permissions. So you see that an app said to give you money is not taking your media. What is he going to use the media for?
Which means we actually give them permission to use.
Yes.
And they are covered. If they go to court, they'll say, well, the instructions you allowed us to.
Yes, they are covered because the instructions are there and you've allowed them. We have instances whereby other apps hide their whatever they will do. So we have apps that will hide their descriptions or whatever they are going to do on your device, right? And today, you know, some of the apps today, when you go on Google, you search for family controlling apps. that's where they have hidden themselves, because they don't want to say this is what a spy app or something. So they say, oh, you can protect your child, you can protect your family through this app. So download this app, and those app would automatically unblock some features that your phone even has. Today most of the phones, when you do the update, it comes with a lot of security precautions and a lot of security buttons that has been closed. Now, when those apps come, they allow you to even unblock or just on those buttons for them to be able to have access to the devices.
You're watching hashtag GTV Breakfast. We're looking at the rise of mobile malware. My guest is David Jedu. We do this Fridays, and we're looking at how people are able to gain access to your documents on your phone or on your computer. So now, how do I know that such software has been installed to steal that which belongs to me?
Right, great. So some of the advanced and highly sophisticated malwares, it's hard to even use your eyes or your idea or your intelligence to get them unless you've worked with such malware before. But so let's talk about the basics one before we go to the highly sophisticated one. So most of the basics one, what happened is, you see, the behavior of your phone change. And because that app is also fighting with your data, you buy data today, tomorrow, just imagine, you can buy 5 CDs data for a whole day, but today the 5 CDs will take you only up to 1. That means that the spy app on your device is also taking information out of your phone with data to someone. So if you used to buy 5 CDs, today you have to buy 10 CDs, because that malware that has disguised itself on your device is also sending information to someone. And how did they send it? It's through internet.
Using
so
your data.
Use your data. So you see that, yes, your data becomes, the way everyone and the way they use that.
So you should be checking your consumption of data.
The consumption
and
of data.
Going too fast.
And yes, and sometimes, some of these phones, when you go to settings, you go to apps, so you're able to manage to see whatever every app, the data it's using. So if you go, you see TikTok, it is almost around 4K. You go to, let's say, Facebook. But you could see an app there. That app, you don't really use it, but that app, like a photo editing app, is using maybe 2 gig. And ask yourself, what are you using data for? That means that app is taking something from your phone to someone. So those are some of the things. And another one, the behavior of your phone change. Like, I got this phone not quite long ago. It's new phone, and I started realizing the phone runs slow. You check it, you charge the battery, the drainage goes faster. When the drainage goes faster, what is happening is the apps are working. So they are also taking the battery, right? So the drainage is one thing you have to check. And also the activity of how your phone behaves, right? Sometimes you see your phone behaving some way, and you have to check it.
Behave some way, like how? I mean, when you say some way.
Yes, when you say some way, so like you try, sometimes you're on your phone and you see that the apps are just clicking itself sometimes.
Automatic.
Automatic.
So somebody is doing something.
Yes, once that's a Kobasa, that's one of the things. Sometimes you go there, you see a screenshot. That means that the app, some apps are taking screenshots on your behalf. So you go to screenshots, you check. This screenshot, did I take it myself? No, someone has done it. That means someone is remotely accessing your device, right?
My brother, as you're speaking right now, I can see people in the studio checking their phones to see whether
they have to.
Any strange apps.
They have to, because it's very deadly. Let's say deadly today, because people with these are mobile phones are everything today. And a lot of people have access to it, and we don't know about that, right? And another ways, I think the common ones that we could also find is, let me reveal the secret on WhatsApp. I think today WhatsApp provides something we call, you can, have a WhatsApp web. So you can remotely just, your WhatsApp on your mobile phone can be shared on the web environment. So sometimes some of people are close us, they one way or the other clone our WhatsApp onto their devices. So what you can also check is you go to WhatsApp and you go to link devices, right? So if there is any device that has been linked to your WhatsApp and that is not you just log that device out, because those are some of the things that they were also doing to really get access to our devices. So those are some of the things we have to check out.
Okay, so it's a suspicious behavior of your phone.
Yes.
Taking screenshots that you didn't take. Drainage of your battery. Phone acting very slowly.
Yes.
And you just go to settings, right?
Yes.
And go to apps.
Yes. And you check.
Uninstall.
Yes. You check the apps that are on your device. You see the ones, and you check the data. Every app should know the data. Those apps using such data. So every app on your mobile phone, you should know what it's doing and the kind of data they are also accessing. And aside that, sometimes you see that your phone runs slow. right? You know your phone is running slow. That means that there's an exploit or there's a malware on your phone that could possibly be doing that. We are not saying that if your phone runs through, that is it. But sometimes those are the behavior. That's why you're talking about it. And also sometimes you go on your phone, you see your phone like just become your phone heat. Like you don't know, like your phone is there and it's just hot. That means that possibly someone is really using your phone to do something that you have no idea. So those are some of the things that we could see. But when you go to the advanced world, where some of the rootkits are very highly sophisticated, those ones, then we would advise ourselves to also get antivirus on our mobile devices. Raise up your hand if you have antivirus on your mobile phone. You don't have it. We only purchase antivirus on our laptop, forgetting that we use the mobile phone more than the laptop. So yes, now most of the companies, I don't want to mention, we are not doing markets for any antivirus company.
At all.
When you get them, they also have the mobile version. So don't just subscribe to the web one, but also get the mobile version one, right? So yes, you have them, and those highly sophisticated one is mostly the antivirus that are able to detect. It triggers. You know, Kav, sometimes I can just share an image with you, and that image has been embedded with malicious code, and that code is said to go and run something behind your mobile phone. So sometimes you just click on the image on WhatsApp, not knowing that that image is going to do something at the background. So if you don't have such antiviruses to really detect to see the image you click, that means that you won't see anything, or that you see that future occurrence of such of the features that we just mentioned. That's what you are going to experience on your device, Kav.
Okay, so if I go to my apps and I see that some of them are in deep sleeping mode, what does that mean?
Okay, so that means that it's not functioning now. Yeah, so if you think that, you know, now most of the devices comes with their inbuilt apps that sometimes you cannot uninstall it.
Yes,
but you can just stop them from operating here because you don't really need it.
Yeah.
You understand? Some of them you don't need them, but if you need them, you can allow it. But if you go there and there's an app that you don't want, you can just uninstall the app. But normally what I do is I research on the app first to see what that app's supposed to do. And even just on the app, when you go there, my device, when I go to the app session, I could see permissions or what the app is doing. So I could read about it in simple lines. Take pictures, assess that. If I see that it's worth doing that on my device, I leave it, or seeing that it wouldn't affect it. But if there's something that is doing that I don't know, assessing my camera, that means that the phone is there and people are just watching you somewhere.
For lack of knowledge, our people perish in the digital world. Thank you so much, David. What's the one key takeaway we can take away from this conversation about mobile malware? All
right, so one key word here is that I think I will put it in face that you just have to be mindful of whatever comes on your device. So we also say that think twice before you click. You have to think twice before you click. So whatever the things you click on your device, think twice before you click off.
All right. Hashtag think before you click. All right. And hashtag think twice.
Yes. And before I sign a calf, on the 10th of June,
yes,
we are launching Cyber One Defense. So
all right. I can see it.
Yes, I have a special gift for you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. So this is for you. Okay. I'm inviting you.
All right. Open it up. Let me see. Yeah. Open it up.
Yeah.
I wish I could even wear it, man.
Yeah. So
okay.
You've been a supporter. Yeah. So Cyber One Defense. Yes.
Okay. Nice. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cyber One Defense.
Yes.
Lovely. Yeah. So DK Cyber is going to be changed. It's rebranded.
Yes, rebranded to Cyber One Defense.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. And what will be the handles? How can we find you online?
Yeah, so now all the DK Cyber handles are going to be changed to Cyber One Defense. So if you see that, it's not as if you have been hacked, but we are rebranding.
One time.
Yes.
We'll move forward. It be so. Tell you, I wish you all the best.
All right, bro.
And that's in about a week's time.
Yeah, sure.
On a Saturday.
Yeah, on a Saturday.
Okay, God willing, we'll be there.
All right,
All right, man. So that's hashtag GTV Breakfast with our man DK David Jedu, who is very soon going to be Cyber One Defense. All right, so you stick around. This is GTV Breakfast. Today, by the way, 2nd June is International Sex Workers Day. Yeah, and a couple of years ago, I actually went and had a conversation. What's it like to be a prostitute? Very revealing. It's more normal than you think, and I mean, just the conversation I had with the lady. For almost an hour, about what she does and why she does it, and it was, you're going to be asking me, yeah, dang. I'll tell you the story of how I had that conversation with her later on. So you stick around. This is GTV Breakfast. We've got sports at 7. The ladies sit down with Thelma for the headlines, and Cassie will be in the house as well. And there's conversation on money as well. GR, they are doing some upfront payment issues. We'll talk to them about that and get the juice on that. There's also social media corner in about 20 minutes. This is hashtag GTV Breakfast. Follow us on Facebook. We're going to get to the 1 million followers. And if you are Ghanaian, you're not following GTV Ghana, we'll come for your Ghana card. Stick around.